Where are we going? Oh. Ah! Hello everybody, how's it going? This took me so long to get up to this stage. This is really weird, talking to my phone. But anyways, I've been wanting to do this for so long now. Sorry, get my tea. Yes, I wanted to make a YouTube channel for so long. Pretty much just started off making vlogs, 2 holidays that I've been to and adding music to them. And I've always wanted to do something a bit more than that. So here we are. First real video, yeah. First video. I was going to do a typical get to know me tag kind of Q&A thing, but I thought I decided to do more of a kind of like informative video, something that would have really helped me 2 years ago when I was moving to Australia. So let's jump into it. I was going to get my phone for the questions and then realised that's my phone. Okay, first question. Why did I move here? So I moved here when I was 18 and a half. It'll literally be like 2 years and 3 weeks. I moved here June 27th, 2017. So I was 18. I did not want to go to uni. I just wanted to work and go on holiday. That was all I wanted to do. I was already going to LA to see my friend Louise. Me and my other friends were like, oh, let's just go to Australia for a year. See, to be honest, I did not think I would still be here 2 years later. Like, that is batshit insane. So we moved, we got a house. Yeah, I think there's a solid reason why I moved here, because I just wanted to go on holiday. I'd always wanted to travel from when I was young, and I'd always said like, oh, I want to end up in Australia when I'm like an adult, have like a pool, live next to the beach. That happened a lot sooner than I think it should have, but the opportunity just kind of hit me like a bus and I went along with it. Question number 2. What visa are you on? So I get asked this question a lot because I've been here quite, well, 2 years now, but I came over on a working holiday visa, like I'm sure a lot of people do. It pretty much just means you can work on your visa when you get to Australia, which is really good, but you can only work somewhere for 6 months, which has been much more of a headache than I ever thought it could have been. Places here are really one-sided towards Australian citizens and the permanent residents, which is fair. Like, why training someone, like spending money to train someone for 6 months and then for them to leave is a headache for like just everyone. I didn't know that until I came here and I was in that position. So yeah, I'm on a working holiday. I've been on that for 2 years now, so I had to do my farm work and stuff, which I'll get more into. And then I applied in February for my partnership visa. So that pretty much means, because I have an Australian boyfriend, that I can apply to stay here with him pretty much like indefinitely, which is really cool because I can't imagine myself going back home to Scotland. Sorry, Scotland. Yeah, the only thing about that is that cost more money than it should have, and I have to wait about, the waiting time is currently about 30 months to find out if I have it or not. So yeah, sick. So going on from how I got my second year visa, I had to do my 88 days of farm work. So I'm not sure if you've heard about this. It's normally referred to as 88 days a slave for some right reasons. So when I moved here, all of me and my roommates were just like, we are not doing farm work, like, it's not happening. I moved here in June, so it got to about January. I haven't seen Sean for like 2 months, and it kind of hit me. I only had 6 months left on my visa, and Sean was in the middle of uni, so it was a lot for him to kind of drop everything and move back home with me. So what seemed easiest at the time was I had to do my farm work. So I had a week to find a job. I'd done the internet, typed in fruit picking, because you have to do like agricultural work. So I found this hostel up in Bundaberg, which is like north coast Queensland-ish, like very hot, very humid. Very hot, very humid. So it was a working hostel, so what they do is they keep you, like, it's not a prison, but you pay them for your rent, everything, and they find you a job. I was there a few days, got told I'd be picking lemons. So I was there one day, got told the training was 2 days, that got rained off, so didn't end up working for like a week. And you got paid by how much you picked, and lemons can't be picked in the rain. So I arrived when there was a cyclone. So I think 1 week I made $14, and to put that in perspective, our rent was $200 a week. I would say it was the most thriving experience I've ever had. I feel like it's an achievement that I did it, because I was quite lucky. After lemon picking, I got put onto avocado packing, so just putting all the avocados in the box ready for the supermarkets, and that was a lot better. It was paid by the hour, so it doesn't matter how many avocados I packed, I got paid every hour, which is like a dream in that hostel. So yeah, like looking back on it, everyone's got something to say about Bundaberg and doing your farm work there, but I was really lucky. I met a lot of people who helped me get through it, and everyone's just in the same boat, so yeah. So it's my family that asks this question the most, actually, and that is, what is the cost of living? So I worked full time in an office in London for a year before I moved here. So I like paid my flights, my house, but like my house deposit, everything like up front, just from saving. I came over here with what you'd think is a fair bit of money. That lasted 2 months. And a lot of people come over, they think they're on holiday, blah blah blah, and we did think that for about 2 weeks until it kind of hit us like, holy shit, we need to support ourselves, like pay rent every week. Money does not go a long way here at all. Food is very expensive. Like, I'm trying to think, just things that aren't cheap, things that aren't expensive back home are very, very expensive here. Fruit is very expensive, even though they grow it here and we import it back home. Just living is expensive. Being alive is expensive. I have not bought myself new makeup since I moved here. Since I was back in Scotland, I have not treated myself. I still have the same clothes I brought with me. I did not have like a new wardrobe. So yes, do not expect to treat yourself here. Oh, and there's a 65% alcohol tax. That's an emotional one. If you're coming here, save, and when you think you've saved enough, literally just save some more, because it's crazy. Where do I live? I live on the Gold Coast. It's Queensland, like halfway up the side, like that's a half I'm there. It's an hour drive from Brisbane. We moved to the Gold Coast. It was Chelsea's idea to move here, and I just went along with it. And I think I'm pretty happy with that decision, because what I've heard from Sydney, where everyone goes, is if it's expensive here, it is just unlivable in Sydney. We're really lucky with my rent here. My rent is a lot cheaper than anywhere else, which is good, can't complain. Gold Coast is just a really nice mix of a city and a kind of like beach life as well. Says me who goes to the beach like 3 times a year. But yeah, it's very chill. It's very touristy. We've got like a lot of tourist attractions, but it's good when you've got a pass for all the theme parks. So yeah, the only thing Gold Coast is finding jobs and work is really hard. Before you move, I definitely get some experience in like bar hospitality because that is all they look for here. You've not really got a career to do in Gold Coast, like it's all very shopping-y, foodie, bar-y, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a really nice place to live. It's constantly growing. There's lots of new opportunities all the time, like not work, but like there's always new things popping up. There's always things going on, which is really good. I love going down to Burley Heads, so I definitely recommend heading down that way if you ever come over. Yeah, I can't really see myself living anywhere else like around Australia. Like I'm such a lame backpacker. I have stayed in Gold Coast the whole time I've been here and went down to Coffs Harbour because that's where Sean's parents live. So I've not seen the East Coast, I've not seen Sydney Harbour, I've not been to Melbourne. I plan on it, but as I said, just living is expensive. I hear music. I'm happy in Gold Coast, apart from jobs. I think if I wanted to pursue a career, which I wanted to do this year, I'd head into Brisbane for like the hour 2 hour commute because I don't mind commuting. I find it really relaxing. But yeah, Gold Coast, nice place. I definitely recommend. Snakes and bugs. Everyone has this assumption that as soon as you come to Australia, you're gonna be bitten by a snake, beat up by a kangaroo, have spiders crawling all over you, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. I guess you get, like, we seen a cockroach, I think, the third day we were here. It was in the bathroom, and we don't get cockroaches in Scotland, I don't think. And that is the day I learned cockroaches can fly. I fucking shit myself. None of us knew what to do with this cockroach in the bathtub, but that's probably like the scariest bug experience I've had here in 2 years because I didn't know what to do. It's quite cute. We see like wild kangaroos sometimes. It's my eyelash off. We see like kangaroos. I've seen one huntsman spider, which is like a spider the size of your hand, probably like 2 hands. It's fucking ginormous, and they don't like crawl, they gallop. So I've seen one of those. I don't like to think about it because it was fucking terrifying. But where I live, like in the city, we don't get them, so it's not too bad. You do get things over here, but like you're not gonna die as soon as you get off the plane. Like you just kind of learn what's dangerous, what's not, and I've never really ran into anything. I don't go in the ocean though because I do have an irrational fear of the sharks. Well, it's not irrational. We do get sharks at the beach. And we often have like beach closures and stuff, because of shark sightings. So, and just finishing up, I think things I wish I knew before I moved. One of the biggest things is get your driving license before you move here, like your British driving license, because public transport is irrelevant here. Everyone can drive, everything's so spread out, like all the cities are bigger because there's more space. Like they don't have a train that runs from here to like Sydney, like a bullet train like you'd expect from Glasgow to London. It's very behind on public transport. And I came over on my British provisional, like my learners, and in Australia you have to do 100 hours of supervised driving. That has to be all like accounted for, like signed for, and then you go on your P's, which is like a provisional license different from ours, and you end up being on that for like 4 years, and it changes like the rules you can drive for. Like you can't drive past a certain time at night, you can't drive at a certain time in the morning, you can only have a certain amount of people in your car. So yeah, it's been a pretty big headache. I have a car and I still can't drive because just getting my license and stuff has been such a nightmare. But hopefully that's like my one goal for this year is to pass my test. But yeah, do that before you move because it's a headache that I wish I didn't have. Tax as well. If you come over on a working holiday visa, which you probably will, make sure you tell your employer that you are on a working holiday visa. Because when I first came over, I had a job in a nightclub for a few weeks, and then I got a job with Lush, which was really cool. I can do a totally different video about it if you want, because that's all to be discussed, and it's been my favourite job ever, but blah 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 blah. So yeah, but I forgot to tell them that I was on a well, they knew I was on a visa, but when I filled in like my tax thing, I didn't tick the box that said I'm on a working holiday visa. So I meant to get taxed more than an Australian citizen. So come end of financial year, had to pay my tax. Everyone in my house is getting like $1,000 back in tax because they paid too much. Mine's comes in and I have to pay $800 because I wasn't paying enough tax. So make sure that's sorted because I am still paying that off to this day. And jobs as well. A lot of people come to Australia thinking as soon as they get off the flight they are going to walk into their dream job next to the beach, they are going to love life, they're going to get paid so much. That is not the case. Especially winter, finding jobs is incredibly difficult. Just jobs in general is really difficult because I've been put down for jobs because of my accent. I've been put down for jobs obviously because of my visa. I've been put down for jobs because I can't drive. Yeah, the market here is huge. Like, Australia's full of backpackers all fighting for hospitality jobs, all fighting for bar jobs. Yeah, it's a lot more difficult than you'd think, because I think if I went home, yeah, I'd probably walk into a job, but here, totally different story. Like, I have so many backpackers like tell me like, oh, people who are planning on traveling tell me like, oh, they'll walk in straight something because they've got a qualification, and the qualifications are completely different here, so don't count your chickens before they've hatched. And that's one thing I wish I knew. So I think that's like the kind of main things answered, I hope. I hope it's been like really informative, well as formative as it can be. Please just message me on Instagram if you've got any more kind of questions or queries. Hopefully it's down here, or down here, or up here, or over there. I don't even know if this has been filming the whole time. I don't know if you can hear me right. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying. And I'll probably have people saying things and making fun of me, but I also don't care. This has been something that I've wanted to kind of attempt since I was so young, so I think just give it a try. But yeah, thanks so much for watching and bye bye!